day, viewers, and welcome to today's edition of Geo Copper. I am your presenter today, and with me is my co-presenter. I am by name Obaje Wisdom Ojoajogu and
Favor Obed Gumap. You are welcome to today's episode.
We have with me here.
My name is Stacey Lute Barnabas.
And I am Abubakar Hussein Bulama.
And today we'll be discussing on entrepreneurial mindset and resilience. And before we go to our topic, I'd like us to throw more light on entrepreneur, Let's know, what do you understand by entrepreneur? What do you know about that?
I will start by defining who an entrepreneur is. An entrepreneur is someone who organizes a program or a business rather, and an enterprise to achieve a particular goal of making profit. So in a nutshell, an entrepreneur is someone who takes risks, is a risk bearer. So I don't know if you would shed more light on
Mr. Barnabas, what do you understand by entrepreneur?
To me, an entrepreneur would be a problem solver, someone who is capable to understand an issue in a particular society and then look for ways of bringing the solution to some problems. For example, when I was growing up, I had this situation where my mom is always looking for places and things that are lacking. So I bring it to the society. So I feel like when you are an entrepreneur, you should be someone who is innovative, someone who, something like that.
Yeah, Mr. Sadiq, I don't know.
Okay, let's relate it directly to the viewers that I think we have right now.
Okay.
As someone that is a Nigerian right now,
if you are going to say, if you want to become an entrepreneur or you are thinking of being creative, you first look at a problem. An entrepreneur is someone that looks at a problem and thinks of how can he be able to solve that problem, and then probably maybe profit again after it. You understand? So as someone that is living here, for example, in Nigeria, we are facing a lot of problems right now. So it's left for you to think about, this is a problem that we are facing. How can I be able to bring a solution that will help the people, maybe in your society? If you can be able to come up with that solution to that problem, you will definitely be able to even make profit from it in most cases.
Yes, that's a great one. And for your information, we are all entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Yes, we are all entrepreneurs. So I want us to actually talk about what made us to think, what inspired us to be an entrepreneur, and how we are getting things together to make it, to achieve it.
Okay, what inspired most entrepreneurs are the drive you have, and like I said, the passion. When you're passionate about a particular thing, and you're curious to put it to make findings on a particular business to venture into. So your curiosity really matters, and your passion to venture into a particular business as an entrepreneur. So I would say your resilience and your optimism too is very important and paramount.
Okay, Mr. Barnabas, what advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs who are just coming up?
That's a very good question. I feel like we youth should have a vision of a better way of doing things, because in a society where most of the youth are very lazy, they feel like it's too difficult to start up something. You get, so even when it's small, it's wiser to start now. And as an entrepreneur, you should always know that it's not going to happen in 2 months, 2 weeks, most times not even in a year. So you just have to keep going. So I feel like we should just start now.
Yes, your consistency too, and your determination. So you have to put it in your habit at the back of your mind that you must be a risk taker and a risk bearer.
Yes.
So that's what I.
In addition to what you just said in terms of risk taking, there are different types of risk because people usually misunderstand it. There is calculated risks and there are uncalculated risks. Some people just say bear risks, take risks and other stuff when it comes to entrepreneurship. But if you notice very well, most of the people that take those risks, like big risk, they usually make sure they have enough data and make a very, very good research before investing into something. Again, someone that you just say maybe invest in that application, maybe it is, since you just look at it as a risk and people tell you to just take a risk, at least you should be able to have a good head start to whatever you're going to invest in. You understand? So when it comes to risk, don't just take risk because for the sake of taking risk.
Life itself is a risk.
Yes.
So you have to take risk.
You should.
Yes.
So you have to have it at the back of your mind because there's no clear road to success.
At all.
There
Definitely.
must be failure. There must be there are different obstacles that you come across
Yes.
when heading to success. So risk taking in life is also something you have
It's
to take
paramount,
generally.
you
Yes,
have to.
because you living here is you're also you took risks to come to this place, right?
Yes.
So you sleep and wake up. You don't know if you're going to wake up. It's also risk taking.
Yes,
So I
but-
think life generally it's all about taking risks. So as an entrepreneur, you should be keen on taking risks.
Yes. The only thing you should add to that is you should be able to calculate the amount of maybe the risk that the possible outcome. At least be able to. Let me give you a simple example now.
Okay.
Will you go on a parachute? Will you go on a plane and just jump for a parachute for skydiving? It's a risk. Though people enjoy it, the whole process, but it's a risk that maybe you can see it's not worth it.
True.
Right?
I understand your point.
Yes, so you should be able to take calculated risk, not just random risks.
Yes. I think what you
Fair
mean.
enough.
What you mean is you have to take calculated risk.
Yes.
You have to be careful
And
so
make
that
research.
and make research
Research, yeah.
in order to manage your risk.
Absolutely.
And you don't fall into a bad experience or something not good.
Yes.
There's for a while now. There's this question that's been pondering me for some time. I don't know. There's a lot of times when people tend to come up with ideas, entrepreneurial ideas to do stuff, and at the end of the day, you see that they couldn't. They couldn't because maybe failure, discouragement, and a lot of stuff. So I want us to know. I want you to throw more light on how to handle setback and failures in your entrepreneurial journey.
Okay. Let me just say something. As an entrepreneur, you should not be scared of failing. That's one of the very, very important something every entrepreneur should know, because if you are scared of failing, then you can't even start. So, because as for me, I don't know if I should say this, but I've been in a family where everybody tries to do something. So I grew up trying to do something, even when I fail like multiple times, but I keep trying because I've seen it work for people.
Failure is not an option.
Yeah, so it's not failing. It's not the instinct. Once you are alive every day, you have to just keep trying.
Sure. I feel in addition to how to handle setbacks and failures as an entrepreneur is you first of all accept it, you acknowledge it, then you check carefully, critically, what are the mistakes and learn from it. From there you pick up your pieces and move. So you first of all own it, you learn, you accept the failure, then you observe and learn from it. That's what I feel, how to handle setbacks.
Yes, also one of the major things that people usually be stuck in is procrastination. There is this quote that they used to say, one of the biggest if you want to see the biggest place where you have a lot of ideas, like almost 70% of the ideas in the world end up in one place. Do you know the place?
No.
graveyard. Because a lot of people die with their ideas in their head.
And they keep procrastinating.
Yes, they keep procrastinating. If you just have something, try your best. See, the difference between people that become successful is just being how fast can you be able to execute when you have an idea. It will give you a better head start to understanding, if this idea, is this a good idea, Seth? Against someone that maybe will sit down, plan a whole idea for a complete year.
And it remains in his head.
Yes.
So you have to put your idea into use as fast as possible.
Definitely, so that at least you'll be able to see whether the idea is even verifiable or not.
I understand. Yes, true.
And now, so how do you manage your time and workload as an entrepreneur? You know?
It all takes us back to planning. You have to plan, because if as an entrepreneur and you have maybe other works to do, you have to plan and make schedules of time of your each activities. So if you don't plan, the time begins to clash, and before you know it, you are lacking in the other side or in both sides. So as an entrepreneur, if in order to manage your time, you have to plan. You make your you have to plan. I think that's basically it.
Okay, in a nutshell, what you mean is, okay, as an entrepreneur, you must not just be an entrepreneur. You might be other things, like you can actually own a firm, and you are also doing other things that are bringing maybe money and whatsoever. I don't know if there's any way else you can prioritize your time in regarding the entrepreneur. Like, how do you manage your time as a professional, you get, when it comes to your entrepreneurial skills?
Then I feel like the first thing would be setting boundaries. Yes, because as an entrepreneur, I have this experience where I started something and I couldn't do two sides, then like having my shop and then staying in my house. So I had this idea of doing it where I'm staying.
Okay.
Wow.
You understand? Like, instead of paying for rent for the shop and then paying for my house rent, I prefer like, okay, then let me just stay here, do the business here.
Okay, you are equally telling us we can start small. As an entrepreneur.
So that alone will save time up and down. You get what I'm trying to say when it comes to the time. So that's like setting your boundaries. You know that even when you are home, this is the time for this very
the time of trying to go.
Thank you.
Trying to get to your shop.
Thank you.
Just,
you understand. So I was doing everything in there.
Zone. Wow, that's nice. Mr. Abubakar.
Yes, there is this thing that helped me a lot when it comes to time management. It's called time blocking. The concept is simple. In just your phone, you can just search for Google Calendar right now. You can be able to specify the amount of tasks or the things that you're going to do in a day. Like, you can break it down to hours, difference of hours. Maybe the first time that you do it, you might not get it. Maybe for the second time, for even a week, maybe you'll be skipping. But in a very long time, you'll be able to understand how when you plan your day, it will just go perfectly and smoothly. And in addition to that also, when you are trying to set a goal for maybe the tasks that you're going to do, or for maybe your business, you should have a difference of like 4 types of goals. This is in terms of goal setting. You should have a daily goal, weekly, yearly, and in terms of decade self. So let's say, for example, if your daily goal should be, what should I be able to achieve today before the end of the day? At least, yes. Weekly goal, yes. Before the week, yes. And up to yearly. And how do you think your business will look like in 10 years? Write it down clearly. It is something that will give you a very good head start.
So it gives this blueprints.
Exactly. You have a template of what you are doing, so that you don't have to go off key.
Yes.
Okay.
What you should take from now, right? From it right now is just open your Google Calendar right now. Start your own scheduling of time. Like, let's say from tomorrow, if you wake up early in the morning, just think of what will I do today. let's say from this time to this time, I'll do so, from this time to this time, do it. First day you miss, that's how you continue to
I just
understand.
thought of a question. I don't know if any of you can tell us how mentorship
Yes.
helps in the success of an entrepreneur. Mentorship
You know,
and networking.
mentorship and networking is very important in this civilized
generation.
You understand? So when you talk about mentorship, you're talking about having someone to look up to, someone who you like, maybe a model, like a role model who this guy, this is what he's doing, you like what he's doing, you would want to venture into what he's doing. Okay, now you can actually go and meet the guy. You meet the guy, talk with him, have some conversation. Equally, you can ask him or her, how is it going? How did you start? And all of that.
Yes, you have to build a very good relationship.
Yes, build some good relationship. Try to meet people too.
Yes, that's networking.
Yes.
With that, he introduces you to other open doors. Like he or she carries you along.
Yeah.
You get connected to other people that in that life.
Exactly.
Yes.
Then you can share your contacts and try. You know, when you're doing business, you have to do it for people. You are doing it for people. So when you know people that you meet your role model, you share contacts, you began to go places, you began to meet people, and from there you can start up. Mr. Barnabas, what do you think about it? Do you have any lights? Do you have anything you want to feel concerning that?
Just imagine starting up a business, like you are trying to get into, let me say, laundry, for instance, and then you are new to the society. Maybe you traveled from Benue to Gombe, and then you want to start up a business here. You should be wise enough to know you have to first link up with those people around.
Exactly.
You understand? So you have to. That's networking. Because those people will be the people that will say, okay, this guy is good. Like for instance, collect this customer. Do work for him.
Exactly.
You understand? Okay. So from there, that's how you move. Because it's very difficult for you to just start now, like just like that, then if you see you will feel make out.
You have to understand the community,
Thank
what they
you.
like, what they want,
how it's going here.
Yes.
Exactly.
Mr. Sadiq.
Okay. In terms of role model, first of all, if you already have your own business in mind that you are starting, or maybe an idea, the most preferable or the most suggested way that you should do it is pick a specific role model. Don't just go and pick like a lot of people that you take them as role model, because like conflict of information is one of the major things that will seriously cause a serious problem when you are starting. So pick a specific role model that you know maybe he is where you want to be in life.
Yes, everyone have their own formula.
Yes, definitely. And there are different ways. Try to see that if you can be able to reach out to that person and maybe at least ask for information, or maybe most of the people that you will take as role models now are usually content creators. I don't know whether, especially this.
So are content creators not supposed to be role models?
Yes. So
they are not supposed to be
no.
role models.
What I'm trying to say is if someone is a content creator, it's easier to reach out to them. Or maybe they already have a lot of content that you can just go in and watch a lot of their content.
So they can be role models.
Yes, definitely.
Depending on the area or
Yes.
Depending on the content.
the content.
Yes.
So I don't know, is there any what do you think the government should do maybe to empower entrepreneurs in the nation at large before we narrow it down to Gombe State? What do you think the government can help? How would the government help? How would they help entrepreneurs or the young ones aspiring to be entrepreneurs? How do you think the government should chip in or be of help to them?
Okay. I should say, looking into the entrepreneur life, you get, because I will not just blame the government. I will also say the youth are not really. If you have something to show, then we definitely
So
have.
are you saying we don't have
people.
a number of youths that
We have.
show
we have.
something there?
We have.
Okay, forget about the ones that are not willing. How about the ones that are already entrepreneurs or aspiring? They are
That's-
willing to, but maybe, okay, in terms of finance, is there any way government can help finance or any other means?
From not only to understanding, I think government should be able to come out with series of workshops.
Yeah.
You get that will actually encourage entrepreneurs and give them maybe equipment. You can give them the equipment they want, equip them, and most times in the community you can actually meet someone that have these ideas but no funds,
Yeah.
no capital,
Yes.
no
Right.
equipment, nothing to come up with something. So if government is able to bring the workshop up and try to make sure people attend and try to
Just like
empower
ITF,
people.
what they do to ITF
Exactly.
students. Yes. So
And also, in addition to that, like they should also take recognition of those people that are already like in the game.
Yes.
Because in most cases, you see someone will be striving very hard, doing a lot of it, being very creative, but nobody will even give him a recognition.
Exactly.
some
We
people
have
just
a lot
need a
of
little
cases.
push.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
just a shoulder to, just a little push.
That is one of the main reasons why you see immediately someone starts making small money. The first thing is, let me japa.
So I
That's it.
feel even these grants, government are to help in empowering you to start up a small business. And the ITF, plus the way ITF, I don't know if you're familiar with it, they enroll a number of youths into different skills. Afterwards, maybe if it's tailoring, after the
Yes.
few weeks, they give you a sewing machine, you go with it to start your own. So I think if government will do that, it will empower a lot of youths.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
exactly.
that's my own opinion on how government should help out in the entrepreneurship skills and other things.
Talking about entrepreneur, I like us to talk about there are these common mistakes that entrepreneurs makes or that they make.
Yeah.
There are some common mistakes. So how do we tend to avoid them? How can we avoid those mistakes?
Mistakes are inevitable.
Yes.
People make mistakes, but it's how to manage your mistake or how to
Avoid.
avoid it. No, can you avoid mistakes? I think they're inevitable.
Mitigate.
I think
You
to
can't
some
avoid
extent.
it.
Yes.
Just they said to make a mistake is not a mistake, but when you repeat it, it makes it a mistake, right? So me, I feel how to avoid, like you said, but me, I feel you can't avoid mistakes. Is to maybe when you make a mistake, like I said, you learn from it to avoid this future mistake or any mistake in the nearest future. So I feel you should learn from it. You analyze what happened that I made this particular mistake. How can I avoid it next time? Do you understand? Because me, the first time is not a mistake to me, but when you repeat it again, that makes it a mistake.
Exactly.
So how would you learn from that particular thing? What made it happen like that? What am I supposed to do to avoid the future mistake? So I think that's how to avoid it in the nearest
Yeah,
future.
very correct. What I mean by to avoid mistake is like, okay, for instance, maybe you are into buying and selling, you
Okay.
get, and you are in a community where people don't really like cassava flakes, do you get, and you are just coming to the community and you say you want to start distributing cassava flakes.
That's why as an entrepreneur you have to be very curious. You ask questions. And like you said, Barnabas, you have to learn the community. What do they like? You have to be curious as an entrepreneur. You learn the community. What will I sell that would the people want here? What are they lacking? That's what I feel as an entrepreneur you should do when you're in a new place. You study the environment, the community.
Okay, let me shed more light to the common mistakes or misconceptions that people usually have are related exactly to what's happening to this society now.
Okay.
In most cases, because I've taught a lot of people and I've mentored some people, almost everybody that comes to learn a skill from you will come with the mindset of, he will start making money maybe today.
It doesn't work.
Yes,
like that.
all of them come with that mindset. Immediately you start explaining the kind of problems that we usually face. Like, they will instantly show. Simple example
Yes,
is,
it happens to our youth of
yes.
nowadays.
Can you remember the time? Yes, the time we
money.
did crypto tapping. Everybody was thinking of make money tomorrow. You go.
Big money, our
Yes.
society, our youth,
Yes.
just want everything, and they forgetting that there are different obstacles
Yes.
that you must go
There are
through.
processes.
There's this business I'm doing right now. Is it Amazon KDP? We publish book. I think for me to even become profitable on that, it took me almost 2 years, which I think is very hard for
So they
people
lack
now.
patience.
Yes, now.
And consistency.
Yes, definitely.
Those are the things
Just
that
on quick money.
Yes.
that makes one to fall into this thing.
Yes.
No consistency, lack of consistency, lack of patience.
Definitely.
That's
Lack of optimism.
yes, they're not optimistic about the
Yes.
future. They just want it now.
Which is very, very unrealistic.
Very bad.
For the sake of our time, I like us to, what are the advice, you would want to give to upcoming entrepreneurs that will be coming up, So, Miss Favor, what advice do you have?
Okay, I would narrow my advice even down to myself, because I'm also an aspiring entrepreneur. So the advice is also to myself and to every one of us here. As an entrepreneur out there, I feel you should be resilient, you should be consistent and patient. Just be optimistic, like we said just now. Be optimistic and have this positive mindset, and just be patient, because nothing good comes easy like that. You have to follow procedures. So my advice is to stay patient, be curious, learn from your mistakes and pick up your pieces and go. And you should, don't forget to be a risk bearer. You have to take risks. Don't forget to be creative. You have to come up with new things, be innovative. So I think that's all for now.
Mr. Barnabas, you have any advice for us?
Okay. For me, my advice would be what I said to myself would be stay positive and trust God.
Yeah, God is very important.
I think for the final advice, in my own perspective, I'll give a short quotation from Alex Hormozi.
Okay.
He said, if you want to become successful, first of all, figure out what you want in life.
You say Alex who?
Alex Hormozi.
Shout out to Alex who.
So, first of all, figure out what you want. Number 2, ignore the opinions of others, because everybody will come with his own opinion towards what you are doing.
Exactly.
And the third thing is, do it in so much volume that it will be unrealistic for you to become not successful. It's just like content creation. If you have 1,000 videos on YouTube, there is no way you will tell me that you have no views.
Yes.
But for someone to do that 1,000 videos, it's taking a long time. So just figure out what you want, ignore the opinions of others, and do it multiple times for an extended period of time.
Thank you. And from my own opinion, I think passion should, when you have
passion, exactly.
I think should help you go a long way too. When you know you have passion
For something.
and you are after it, you always do it with love, anytime, anyhow.
Absolutely.
And this is, we are coming to the end of today's program of Geo Copper.
See you next time.
See you next time.
session with different packages that are educative and captivating. Bye.